Good afternoon, distinguished guests, family, and friends. I am Dr. Stephen Standiford, Bradley's 12th president, and it is my great privilege to lead this event today. On behalf of Bradley University, our Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, and these students, I am honored to welcome you to the Spring 2023 Graduate Commencement Ceremony. If you will now please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem, followed by an invocation. Leading our national anthem today is Dr. Miracle Ama, Assistant Professor of Voice, accompanied by Dr. Chi-Han Choi, Assistant Professor of Music in Residence. Thank you, Dr. Aman, Dr. Choi. Our special guest to deliver today's invocation is Ms. Kathy Holtz, Chair of the Bradley University Board of Trustees and a distinguished Bradley alumna. Please welcome Ms. Kathy Holtz.
Thank you. Good afternoon. We gather today to celebrate the achievements of the Bradley University class of 2023. We may come from different backgrounds and beliefs, but we unite in gratitude and with a spirit of thanksgiving. We give thanks for the students who earn diplomas today and who begin a new chapter in their lives, especially those who are here with us. We give thanks for the faculty and the staff who have taught and mentored these students and who gave their time and attention generously. We give thanks for the families who have supported them in their studies and for their sacrifice. We give thanks for the friends who learned from them and taught them in return. We give thanks for this university and for the hopes and dreams it has nurtured and cherished. Make us ever mindful of our many blessings, even as we celebrate accomplishment and transition. May we continue to seek wisdom always. In gratitude we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Kathy. You may be seated. It's so wonderful to see you all here today, and special greetings to those who are watching our live stream online. At this time, I'd like to introduce the platform party members who you may not hear from during the ceremony. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. You may hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. Patricia Nugent, Honorary Marshal and Mace Bearer, and the recipient of the Charles M. Putnam Award for Excellence in Teaching. Jessica Clark, Dean of the College of Education and Health Sciences. Molly Gribb, Dean of the Foster College of Business and the Caterpillar College of Engineering and Technology. Daniel Moon, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Education. Jeff Huberman, Dean of the Slane College of Communication and Fine Arts. The next few people are members of the senior leadership team of the institution. Warren Anderson, Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Jason Petrovich, Vice President for Advancement. Chris Jones, Vice President for Strategy and Innovation. Aaron Katzberg, Vice President for Legal Affairs and General Counsel. Chris Reynolds, Vice President for Intercollegiate Athletics. Nathan Thomas, Vice President for Student Affairs. James Kofer, Interim Chief Financial Officer. And finally, I would like to recognize member of the Bradley Board of Trustees who are with us today. Sharon Desmoulins-Karat, Cheryl Proctor-Rogers, Garrett Williams. These individuals are devoted to Bradley's success. I'm surrounded by people who are focused on what is best for our students and this institution. They are dedicated individuals who live and breathe Bradley University, and I hope you will join me in showing your appreciation for all they do for our great institution. Next, and very importantly, I want to recognize our incredible faculty and staff. These individuals do so much to ensure our students walk across this stage. From day one, when a student walks onto this campus, the faculty and staff are ready to pitch in and support them on their journey. These people go above and beyond each and every day. I just want to say that again. These people go above and beyond each and every day to make sure our students are prepared for success. They are the backbone of Bradley University. If you are a Bradley faculty or staff member, please stand and accept our gratitude for all you do to make this university the fantastic place that it is. It is a Bradley tradition during commencement for a member of the graduating class and a member of the Alumni Association to share a few words. So first, let me introduce Brian James, who today receives his doctorate in higher education with a GPA of 3.93. Very good. Brian is from Altadena, California, where he serves as the lead administrator for the Wallace Annenberger High School in Los Angeles. He earned his undergraduate degree in kinesiology from the University of Southern California and his Juris Doctorate from Southwestern University School of Law. He has worked in education for many years, serving as a teacher and as an administrator. Apart from his education, Brian has been a contract advisor for the National Football League Players Association and a board member for the Pasadena Ronald McDonald House and Pasadena Tournament of Roses Association. One of the more interesting classes Brian took was about learning in the era of technology, which provided insight on the advancements and facilitation of technology in higher education. This class generated several important takeaways, he says. First, that Screencast-O-Matic would be one of my best friends for the next 2 years. Second was a new awareness of technology trends in education. And third, I should not quit my day job. Looking ahead, Brian hopes to use his degree to transition from full-time high school administrator to adjunct professor in K-12 education, operating in a distance education mode. From this vantage point, I can share my vast amount of knowledge and experience with future generations of leaders in secondary education, he said, all while enhancing my tan and sipping a Mai Tai on the Isle of St. Croix with my soon-to-be wife at my side. Please welcome Brian James to the podium.
Good afternoon, and thank you. This is amazing. This is really surreal. President Staniford, thank you for the wonderful introduction. I got to say, until you mentioned Mai Tai, I thought you were reading the wrong bio. But, you know, I guess I look okay on paper. And I think it's an extension of a message that we received from Dr. Del Maso yesterday, that Bradley sees us at our best, especially on this day. Thank you. Thank you. I'd also like to thank Provost Zakahi, members of the Board of Trustees, and the rest of the Bradley administration and faculty for affording me this incredible opportunity to present a commencement message. It is truly an honor. But in the back of my mind, I can't help but wonder if it's an incredible practical joke by one of my professors. Most likely it's a gross miscalculation of my GPA, because the closest I've ever been to a 3.9 was in an earthquake in California. No, seriously, I've been skeptical about this since I first found out. I haven't even told my adult children who are here in the audience. And the only reason my fiance knows is because I talk in my sleep. But I'm flattered and will embrace this moment. In education, we often hear the phrase lifelong learner. In the K-12 setting, we use it to inspire young people to voluntarily pursue post-secondary education through community colleges, trade schools, and four-year institutions. As adults, lifelong learning is often perceived as an opportunistic tool in furtherance of our personal and professional goals. Today is a celebration of lifelong learners who have exhibited their self-motivated quest for knowledge in the fields of nursing, science, physical therapy, the arts, business administration, accounting, engineering, and of course, education. And it's pretty safe to say that I have been a lifelong learner significantly longer than most, given that Moses and I used to sit up on the hill and chisel out our homework together. However, for many of today's lifelong learners, the journey has been different because it was acquired through distance education. In distance learning, the curriculum and content must be engaging enough to retain student interest. There must be a delicate balance between asynchronous and synchronous work, which is sensitive to our professional work schedules, while also facilitating connectivity amongst the cohort and the staff. The Bradley Doctoral Program in Higher Education hit the mark in many respects, as it prescribed rigorous content while fostering relationships between students from coast to coast. And where the program fell short, our instructors heard our concerns and made the requested adjustments. They recognized the ever-changing dynamics of work, family, and life's uncertainties that raise substantive challenges to meet the oftentimes daunting demands of a terminal degree. Now, I have to admit, every time Dr. Del Maso mentioned terminal degree during our live sessions, it was clear we had differing opinions of what terminal meant. I'm quite sure he was referencing a culmination of learning, while I, on the other hand, was thinking of a heart attack, because at times the demands of the program had me searching for life support. Notwithstanding my occasional need for CPR, I believe the Bradley graduate programs of studies have made each one of us unequivocally better. I'd like to publicly thank Dr. Jana Hunsaker for pushing me beyond my own self-imposed limitations. I was initially disappointed. No, I threw a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old when I learned that she would be my instructor for the final chapter of my action research project. My fiancée Bridget will tell you, I walked around for days randomly saying, why? 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 I was so distraught. I even asked God, why me? Did I take too many crackers during communion? I had faithfully and consistently attended church the last 2 Easters. This should not be my fate. But this was not because she's an ineffective instructor. Oh, quite the contrary. She's excellent. I remembered her attention to detail from our very first course in the program. However, I was growing weary of the academic grind and just wanted to be done. And after I submitted my first draft to her, I'm not sure if she was operating true to form or if I had furthered a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because when she returned my manuscript, there were more suggested revisions than Taylor Swift has fans. No, I'm serious. There were so many mistakes. I had to change the red ink cartridge 10 times during printing. What we knew in absolute certainty was that ChatGPT had played no role in the writing of my paper. Instead of worrying about the use of artificial intelligence, she was struggling just to find a comprehensive sentence. And being the encouraging, compassionate instructor she is, each comment began with, "Brian, great idea. Now rewrite pages 3 through 70. And while you're at it, check your APA formatting and your references." This became a pattern to the point that I dreaded opening any email in which Dr. Hunsaker was the sender. Oh my gosh. Despite my frustration, I acknowledged and at least considered each and every one of her suggestions. And today, whose turn is it now? The maintenance of racial equity and engagement in the face of gentrification is a far better manuscript, and I am a much better researcher because of it. In fact, I can now share that Whose Turn Is It Now has recently been selected for inclusion as a chapter in an upcoming publication featuring transformative ideas in K-12 education. Thank you, Jana. Thank you. In closing, I want to thank Bradley University for furthering the advancement of our careers by conferring the various graduate degrees, and especially for recognizing my cohort as doctors of education. And the fruits of the program are already paying off. Within our cohort is a new Associate Vice President of Admissions, a colleague whose research is being viewed by every single athletic program in the country. We have leaders in school accreditation, curriculum development, school policy, foster youth advocacy, and more. I offer my sincerest gratitude to my classmates who have bonded into a cohesive group who could not wait to connect in Peoria and who aspire to remain connected in the years that follow. We're such a tight-knit group that winter graduate and our cohort brother, Dr. Rick Smith Sr. is in the house just to join us. Rick, we appreciate you. I see you up there. Finally, a special thank you to those persons present on this earth and those who are not, who have nurtured our thirst for knowledge, embraced our dreams, and provided the support throughout this chapter of our lifelong learning. Congratulations to all who we celebrate today. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. We now turn to our alumni speaker. Katie McGinn-Berger serves as president of the Bradley University Alumni Association. She received her undergraduate degree in English from Bradley in 2008 and her master's in leadership in human service administration from Bradley in 2011. She is currently pursuing her doctorate at Northeastern University. Katie is the Chief Student Affairs Officer at Illinois Math and Science Academy. Previously, she served at the college level and in not-for-profit sector, which earned her recognition and awards for service to students and innovative professional practices. She not only attended Bradley as a student, but she also worked here. Katie was an adjunct faculty member in the College of Education and Health Sciences. She was the director of the Lewis J. Berger Center for Student Leadership and Public Service. Katie also served as the acting associate director for fraternity and sorority life. So she knows her way around campus from a student, employee, and alumni perspective. We are thrilled to have Katie with us today to share a few words.
Thank you, President Standiford. I think I have the toughest spot in the program to go after the graduate speaker. Brian, your remarks were wonderful. Good afternoon, Bradley University, class of 2023. I'm thrilled to be here with you this afternoon representing the Bradley University Alumni Association. I want to offer my sincere congratulations to each of you on your accomplishments. As a group, you've experienced nearly everything Bradley has to offer, from online courses and in-person learning to leadership and involvement around campus. Being with you here today, I can feel the emotions of the day, the pride that comes along with achieving your degree, the excitement of celebrating that accomplishment with fellow graduates, family, and friends, and perhaps even a little apprehension. Today marks your transition from Bradley University students to Bradley alumni. So while you might be leaving your Bradley home, you continue to be an important part of the Bradley University family. In talking to some of the graduates here today, I know that many of you are familiar with Bradley alumni. You've received scholarships supported by alumni, met them at events, seen them in your classes as guest lecturers, and some of you have even been hired by Bradley alumni for internships and jobs. This alumni support will continue for you now as this network becomes a resource for social connection, professional networking, and continued learning. So wherever life takes you next, I invite you to bring Bradley along with you. Say hello to the person you see wearing a Bradley shirt. Wear your Bee Shield pin at work and to events. Share your experience on the hilltop with prospective students. Find ways to share your time, talent, and treasure back to Bradley University as an alumnus so you can impact the next generation of Bradley students. Today, you join more than 70,000 Bradley University alumni worldwide as you fulfill Lydia's legacy to educate young people who can make an impact on our world. Congratulations, Bradley class of 2023, and welcome to the Bradley University Alumni Association.
Thank you, Katie. Graduates, when you look back at your time at Bradley, I hope you consider what an accomplishment your graduating is, especially over the last couple of years. Having to navigate a pandemic while attending college, I know it hasn't been easy, but you continued to adapt through it all. You did what had to be done, which is why you are here today. Our founder, Lydia Moss Bradley, experienced a level of adversity in her life I hope none of us ever experience, and yet, she did more than survive, she thrived. Like Lydia, you didn't retreat from the adversity. You stepped into the moment to complete a rigorous academic degree in the most challenging of environments. Each and every one of us on this platform and everyone in attendance here today is proud of you and what you have achieved, and you should be as well. This is your moment. Own it and embrace it because you've earned it and you deserve it. You are the living legacy of Bradley University. On that note, let's get into the main event and my favorite part of the ceremony, the bestowing of degrees. We begin with our doctoral students. Dr. Walter Zakahi, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, will introduce the candidates.
Will the candidates from our doctoral programs please rise? President Standiford, having met the requirements established by the faculty and the executive committee of the graduate faculty, and having achieved notable progress in their particular fields of advanced learning, I present these candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Education, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and Doctor of Physical Therapy.
And now my favorite part. On the recommendation of the Provost, in accordance with the requirements established by the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Trustees of Bradley University, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended by your faculty with all of the rights, earned rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
The graduates will now come forward to receive their doctoral hoods and diplomas and be congratulated by President Standiford and Dr. Jessica Clark, Dean of the College of Education and Health Sciences.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. Jamie Way. Nicole K. Beebe successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Beebe. Zachary Edward Benefield successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Benefield. Caitlin Noel Dial successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Dial. Elizabeth Grace Graven successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Graven. Sydney Page Harbaugh successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Harbaugh.
Vladimir Novichenko successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Novichenko. Sonia Jung Miskovsky successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework.
With the help of Bear.
Congratulations, Dr. Miskovsky. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Kelly Fogelmark.
Tara Marie Evans successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Standardization of Adolescent Depression Screening in a Suburban Pediatric Clinic. Congratulations, Dr. Evans. Marissa Louise Greer successfully completed a scholarly project entitled The Impact of a Formal Medication Review Among Older Patients with Polypharmacy, a quality improvement project. Congratulations, Dr. Greer. Dawn Marie Kulak successfully completed a scholarly project entitled A Multi-Component Approach to Weight Loss on Obese Adult Individuals in the Primary Care Setting, a Quality Improvement Project. Congratulations, Dr. Kulak.
Suzanne Miller successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Mental Health Stigma's Impact on Continuity of Care, a Quality Improvement Project. Congratulations, Dr. Miller.
Shakika Williams successfully completed a scholarly project entitled The Impact of a Formal Comprehensive Smoking Cessation on Tobacco Use in Adults. Congratulations, Dr. Williams.
Katrina Dawn Rice successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Use of the Nursing Role to Facilitate Prognostic Awareness in Patients with High-Grade Gliomas, a pilot project to improve shared decision-making. Congratulations, Dr. Rice. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Jana Hunziker.
Brian Kendall James successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Whose Turn Is It Now? Maintenance of Racial Equity and Engagement in the Face of Gentrification. Congratulations, Dr. James. Paul Grindstaff successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Reimagining Strategic Enrollment Management in a Post-COVID World. Congratulations, Dr. Grindstaff. Michael Allen Bell successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Foster Youth in Special Education, Independent Living. Congratulations, Dr. Bell.
Lambros Panagiotis Zerafus successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Programming Language Content Learning for Online Classrooms. Congratulations, Dr. Zerafus.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. A.J. Stubhar. Lauren Marie Getz successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Getz. Noah Richard Gould successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Gould.
Devin Joseph Thomas successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Thomas. Colin Reed Wetstein successfully completed a scholarly project entitled The Effects of Dry Needling on Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness. Congratulations, Dr. Wetstein.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. Scott Estes. Jennifer Gruning Burge successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Exploring the Factors That Influence Undergraduate Retention. What do we need to know? Congratulations, Dr. Burge. Tamisha Hughes Frazier successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Black and Latino Male Voices, the first-year college experiences of Upward Bound program alumni at a nonprofit agency. Congratulations, Dr. Hughes Frazier.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. Daniel McLeod.
Karen Melvita Carty successfully completed a scholarly project entitled What Makes Them Leave? Retaining and Graduating Black Male Students at Lincoln Prairie University. Congratulations, Dr. Carty.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. Stacy Bertram.
Mackenzie Ashlyn Herges successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Herges. Alexis Cheyenne Kessinger successfully completed a scholarly project entitled The Effects of a Maternity Support Binder on Motor Tasks in Non-Pregnant Women. Congratulations, Dr. Kessinger. Nadia Simone Love successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Love. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Deborah Erickson. Morgan Cozart successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Implementation of a Fast Track System in the Emergency Department. Congratulations, Dr. Cozart. Deanna Michelle Jenkins successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Restrain or Refrain Management Bundle in Long-Term Acute Care Hospitals. Congratulations, Dr. Jenkins.
Kai Yu Wen successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Improving Laboratory Results Communication, a Quality Improvement Project. Congratulations, Dr. Wen. Daisy Ril successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Improving the Referral Follow-Up Process to Increase Mammogram Screening Adherence at the Primary Clinic. Congratulations, Dr. Ril. Chloe Luella Schaffenbuhl successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Schaffenbuhl.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. Maureen Herman. Lucia Jaramillo successfully completed a scholarly project entitled A Rationale for Using Continuous Glucose Monitors in a Hospital Setting, an Evidence-Based Policy Development. Congratulations, Dr. Jaramillo. Joanna Melissa Landel successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Landel.
And Joanna's project was pain management in patients with Achilles tendinosis, a quality improvement project. Congratulations, Dr. Landau.
Steve Ifanyi Wanguma successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Decreasing Stress and Burnout Among Acute Care Nurses on a Medical Surgical Unit. Congratulations, Dr. Wanguma. Jeannie Marie Wyrick successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Implementation of Clinical Guidelines for Utilization of Essential Oils for Prevention of Postoperative Nausea and Vomiting in Outpatient Surgery. Congratulations, Dr. Wyrick. Ngozi M. Ndbizu successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Improving Depression Screening and Management Practices for Older Patients at a Primary Care Setting. Congratulations, Dr. Ndbizu.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. Melissa Peterson. Alice Wei Lee successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Community Perceptions of Physical Therapists as Resources for Health and Wellness. Congratulations, Dr. Lee.
Rachel Ann Manderscheid successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Manderscheid. Dominica Anna Rack successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Community Perceptions of Physical Therapists as Resources for Health and Wellness. Congratulations, Dr. Rack. Aubrey Noel Tate successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Community Perceptions of Physical Therapists as Resources for Health and Wellness. Congratulations, Dr. Tate. Rebecca Claire McGolan successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Physical Therapy and Caregiver Burden, a Mixed Methods Design. Congratulations, Dr. McGolan. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Pam Durr.
Mary Kathleen Daly successfully completed a scholarly project entitled A Pilot Investigating Stomatonathic System Stimulation, Effects on Reaction Time and Balance. Congratulations, Dr. Daly. Matthew Ryan Haas successfully completed a scholarly project entitled A Pilot Investigating Stomatonathic System Stimulation, Effects on Reaction Time and Balance. Congratulations, Dr. Haas.
Danica Nicole Mason successfully completed a scholarly project entitled How Environmental Factors Affect Muscle Characteristics During ACL Return to Play Criteria. Congratulations, Dr. Mason. Amanda Grace McLean successfully completed a scholarly project entitled A Pilot Investigating Stomatonathic System Stimulation, Effects on reaction time and balance. Congratulations, Dr. McLean. Ashley Marie Willette successfully completed a scholarly project entitled A Pilot Investigating Stomatognathix System Stimulation, Effects on Reaction Time and Balance. Congratulations, Dr. Willette. The following students will be hooded by Dr. Jeff Bakken.
Robert Linhart successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Affordable Private School for Middle-Class Families, a study of indexed tuition. Congratulations, Dr. Linhart.
David Aaron Sines successfully completed a scholarly project entitled Inter-Rater Reliability in Comprehensive Examination Scoring, the case for consistent and collaborative rater training and calibration. Congratulations, Dr. Sines.
The following students will be hooded by Dr. Kyle Cottone. Adam David Ernst successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Ernst. Michael Anthony Hondorf successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Hondorf.
Brian Joseph Zanger successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Zanger.
Zachary Thomas Abkemeyer successfully completed all of their doctoral coursework. Congratulations, Dr. Abkemeyer.
Congratulations to our doctoral students. You may be seated. Will those receiving their master's degrees please rise? President Standiford, these candidates standing before you, already holding bachelor's degrees, have met the requirements established by the faculty and the executive committee of the graduate faculty, and having achieved notable progress in their particular fields of advanced learning, are presented for their appropriate graduate degrees.
On the recommendation of the Provost, in accordance with the requirements established by the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Trustees of Bradley University, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended by your faculty, with all the earned rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
We begin with our graduates from the Foster College of Business. Please come forward and receive your master's hoods and diplomas and be congratulated by President Standiford and Dr. Molly Gribb, Dean of the College. All other students may be seated.
Paige Nicole Frevert.
Angela Rose Naircorn.
Julia Ray Egan. Ryan M. Hodgett.
Keyshawn G. Tolliver.
Ryan Allen Jacobs.
Muaz Siddiq Elabas Mustafa. Derek Joseph Warnstead. Kelsey Joe Solorio. Elise Megan Toland. Jacob Cooper Walden. Kyle Eric McAlay.
Tyler Donovan Clark. Ethan Michael Buck.
Valerie Lynn Miller.
Camden Jeffrey Clute.
Charlie Ugorji. Sarah E. Morton.
Casey Scott Haynes. Samuel F. Dina.
Martine Melchor Jr. Spencer Ian Williams.
Congratulations. Please be seated. Next, graduates from the College of Education and Health Sciences, please rise and come forward to receive your master's hoods and diplomas and be congratulated by President Standiford and Dr. Jessica Clark, Dean of the College.
Sarah Inell Bewley. Melissa Brianne Gluns. Samantha Cardona. Christine Leanne Kidd. Marissa Ellen Lynch. Taylor Hammis.
Felicia Starr Mercer. Precious Musa. Alyssa Lynn McCarter. Amber Dawn Randall. Kayla Jo Thomas. Danielle Louise Schenkel. Jasmine Severan. Kevin Stixrud. Colleen Elizabeth Steffen.
Latre Fafa Adama. Janelle Jo Jankowski.
Megan Suzanne Saunders.
Allison Nicole Schroeder Dunn. Caitlin Nicole Eade.
Jessica McQuan. Michelle R. Washington.
Brittany Vegg.
Savannah Brown.
Taylor Champagne.
Deanna Surton.
Talia Michelle Novoa.
Justin Charles Kerbo. Christy Marie Kluver.
Cameron Page Shoemaker. Babina Mudbari.
River Lang.
Kayla Scott. Amy Burnett Sabbert O'Brien. Joanna Vega Rocha. April Stepanian.
Ashley Broom. Mackenzie Taylor Altmeyer. Devin Alicia Atkins. Weston Robert Kinzinger.
Olivia Dawn Massey. Patricia Marie Sklodowski. Hannah K. Sims. Whitley Taylor Terrell. Amara J. White.
Shelby Lynn Cahoe. Allison Marie Guile. Caitlin Rose Getz. Amelia Ray Lesher. Cheyenne Renee Graham.
Renee Ashley Samp. Sydney Jean Peters.
Hannah Faith Haller. Mialyn Bajikalupo. Abby Elizabeth Green.
Congratulations. Please be seated. Now, will graduates from the Caterpillar College of Engineering and Technology please rise and come forward to receive your master's hoods and diplomas and be congratulated by President Staniford and Dr. Molly Gribb, Dean of the College.
Mohammed Zubair Ali.
Vineet Reddy Pulla.
Vinay Bayam.
Mohammed Miraj Sheikh.
Rajesh Belamkanda. Venkata Ramanjanayulu Dirasala. Sai Venkat Chanupati. Syed Anwarul Haq.
Harshvardhan Reddy Tekula.
Vaishnavi Dandamudi. Vaishnavi Jagalur Ramachandra.
Trivikram Yalori.
Vinay Katasani. Yashas Kadapa Gaudru.
Shoaib Akhtar Mohammed.
Teja Swarup Kala. Hussam Eddin Karim.
Khalid G.M. Mohammed. Abdul Hasib Mohammed.
Mohammed Shajiuddin Khan.
Sohail Syed. Shafi Mohammed.
Abdul Khalik.
Sadiq Basha Shaikh. Mohammed Mukarram Ali. Syed Asad Hashmi.
Mirza Zishan Beg. Ryan Patrick Canny. Aminuddin Mohammed. Surya Prakash Gupta Dupaguntla. Doni Gola. Warun Kumar Banala.
Pravalika Moroboina.
Naresh Gurivada.
Nikita Manam. Danish Mohammed.
Venkatamuni Akapali.
Sham Sundar Singh Thakur. Sainad Posani.
Nagavamsi Jasti. Crystal Nicole Brown.
Saifuddin Mohammed.
FNU Muhammad Abdul Khalid.
Manohit Reddy Vorla. Devyesh Reddy Pedireddy. Siva Subramanian.
Urusa Fatima. Gautam Kathapali. Umam Heswara Raju Datla.
Ananda Varun Ravi.
Abdul Ghaffar Khan.
Mohammed Faisuddin. Mohammed Fazl Ur-Rahman.
Ilyas Ahmed.
Congratulations. Please be seated. Finally, will graduates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences please rise and come forward to receive your master's hoods and diplomas and be congratulated by President Standiford and Dr. Daniel Moon, Dean of the College.
Shiva Kumar Akutota.
Arshad Wasim Gauss. Mohammed Ismail Ali Beg. Sahiti Boleneni. Lavanya Chakuri. Harish Kumar Dabakuti. Saugandika Gade. Navya Godavarti. Vamshi Krishna Reddy Gampalapalli. Sirisha Reddy Kata. Sai Raman Kalambi. Avinash Reddy Kunduru.
Rajashekar Reddy Mamidi. Vinith Manakanta Mandalapu. Swetha Melacharavu. Mujtaba Ali Riaz Mohammed. Rithik Reddy Rangapuram.
Sai Harsha Repaka.
Jasvant Sankara. Hemanthi Veeramachaneni. Samreen Fatima. Mokshit Reddy Yaradodi.
Madhu Sri Chowdhury Pulela.
Kavya Dondeti. Sai Prakash Chilla. Baby Lakshmi Samita Aluri. Sandeep Anampelli. Venkata Likita Karasani.
Gautam Kumar Madali. Venkatesh Malampati. Dilip Reddy Soram. Subramanya Swami Thiravidi. Shivani Wadla.
Tirupati Rao Garamidi. Sasi Kumar Garantla.
Hello.
Ramya Bongir. Karen Elizabeth Barrow. Gautam Bolapali. Sushma Dadi. Gautam Darapaneni. Sharat Chandra Deshapatni. Hemant Kumar Gogineni. Natalie Nicole Lopez. Divya Guna. Satya Sai Teja Jasti. Sai Vinay Kumar Korapelli.
I need your card.
Mahita Kotaru. Sairamia Kuyalamudi.
Srikar Reddy Marie. Divya Maram. Bhargavi Peta. Anurag Pulaya Gari. Brahmateja Paineni. Hari Kiran Tanakonda. Siddhartha Tigala. Mohit Tumala. Sindhusri Tadashetty.
Nuka Nikila Dubasi.
Sesha Sai Mulakalapali. Anne Elizabeth Warren. Sydney Ruth Young.
Akil Reddy Gade. Harika Bolam. Chandralekha Gade. Fanindra Chowdhury Chalagola.
Sunil Kumar Reddy Panda. Nikhil Venkata Valedi.
Naga Sai Harsha.
Raka Sudipti Vemodi. Navya Sri Mokapati.
Congratulations. Please be seated.
How about one more shout out for the graduates? All right. I'd like to thank our readers for today. Lee Wenger and Jenna Hunsicker, thank you for being part of today's ceremony. We very much appreciate it. I almost can't do this enough. Ladies and gentlemen, join me one more time in congratulating all of our graduates today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude these exercises, please stand and join in singing the university's alma mater, Hail Red and White. The words are printed in your program. When we're done, please remain standing until the completion of the recessional by the platform party and the faculty. And again, congratulations, graduates. I wish you the very best of luck in all that comes next.